What's up everybody and welcome back. Today we're not meal prepping, but we will soon, so stay tuned for next time. Make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe so that when I do meal prep, you'll get notified right away. Today we're gonna make something a little bit different. I've been craving some pizza. Now I can't go to Pizza Hut or Domino's or any other chains out there because it'll just mess up my, my goals and stuff. But I can make something different now. I've been looking on Pinterest and all on YouTube and different things, and I've been seeing this cauliflower pizza. Sounded kind of weird, but the cauliflower mashed potatoes that I tried before were good, so I'm thinking cauliflower pizza is going to be good too. Are you ready to do this? Let's get started. Alright, so everyone knows that the best pizza is from the East Coast. I'm from Jersey, so that's Jersey, Philadelphia, New York. New York style pizza is the best. Well, in my opinion anyway. So, I don't eat pizza a lot, but when I do, I love it. Today, we're going to tackle the cauliflower and see if I'm going to love it as well. So I'm using about one medium head of cauliflower. We'll go ahead and break off the florets and then chop this up in the food processor. Let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and break down the cauliflower. Really simple. We'll remove all these extra green things here. We won't be putting those in the blender or the food processor, whatever you're using. And I'll just break off this little core, or maybe I won't because I'm not as strong as I think I am, and I'll just take the knife and we'll go ahead and cut that off. And that's pretty easy. So you'll be left with something that looks a little bit like this. So all I'm gonna do is take my knife and I'm just gonna cut down on the florets, just like so. And they'll just start falling away. Alright, so that's it. Alright, so after I broke this down, this is roughly 1 pound of cauliflower. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in the food processor and we'll go ahead and make it like a rice consistency. Let's go do that now. Alright, we'll go ahead and pulse this up until it looks like rice. It should look a little something like this when it's done. All right, we're gonna take the cauliflower right here, put it in this colander, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the stove and cook it for about 10 minutes. You could also put this in a bowl and cook it in the microwave for about 4 to 5 minutes. I just prefer to do it on the stove. Make sure you get it all out. All right, let's go ahead and take it over to the stove. Alright, so I cooked the cauliflower on the stove for about 10 minutes. My goal was to just soften it up. The next step is really crucial. You want to drain it and then set it aside to cool. I'm going to put mine in the refrigerator for about 5 minutes, so therefore I can handle it because I need to squeeze out all the moisture and all the liquid that's in the cauliflower. So this is what it looks like so far. It's not pretty yet, but it's getting there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set this in the refrigerator. See you in 5 minutes. It's been about 5 or 10 minutes. I've taken the cauliflower out of the refrigerator and it's cool to touch. So now I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in a towel. If you have cheesecloth, you could use that. I just don't have any cheesecloth laying around, so we'll just use a towel. But the goal is to get all that moisture, all that water out of the cauliflower. That way your crust won't be so soggy. All right, so let's get to scooping. All right, let's go ahead and just put it in a little ball. Get back in there. Now put this bowl here to catch it and see how much water we get out of it. Now the best thing I think to do is to grab it like this. We're going to squeeze and turn. Squeeze and turn. You can already see the water coming out of it already. Whew, getting a workout. Yeah, look about that much water so far. Wow. Go ahead and empty out all the cauliflower in there. Now that we got most of the water out. That's the cauliflower after I've squeezed all the water out. All right, let's go start adding our ingredients. 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. I have 1/4 cup of whole wheat Japanese panko breadcrumbs. I have 1/4 cup of Italian parsley. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mince this up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the bowl. And then I have 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna mince up. It's roughly about 1 teaspoon. All right, add that to the bowl. Last thing is 1 egg. Now it's time for our dry ingredients. So we have a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I use a 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. I use a 1/2 teaspoon of this Italian seasoning. Now you could use whatever seasonings you like. These are the ones I chose. You could use some basil, you could put more parsley, but this is my creation. So we're gonna go ahead and just mix that up. And the breadcrumbs and the cheese are gonna help it bind together good. It doesn't look like much yet, but it will. It will be flavorful at least. I went and got a baking sheet and I laid some parchment paper down it. This is what will roll out the cauliflower mixture on. Now to get a really crisp pizza foundation, if you had one of those pizza stones, you could use that. I don't have one, but I'm gonna be on the lookout for one. If you know of one, suggest one. I love to buy it. But for now, we'll do this. I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of non-stick spray so that it comes off easily. Now let's go ahead and roll out our pizza dough. I like mine to be a thin crust, so let's look and see how thin we can get it. You want to build up the sides a little bit so that when you put your toppings on, it won't run out. Also, the sides will cook a lot quicker, so you want to make sure that they don't burn. So if you build them up a little bit, they won't get too, darker before the center gets dark. I think that looks about perfect as I'm going to get it. All right, we're going to put this in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, just until it gets brown, and then we'll take it out, flip it, and do it again. All right, it's on 450 degrees. All right, so the pizza's almost done in the oven, so we got a couple minutes left. Let's go ahead and cut up our cherry tomatoes for our margherita pizza, all right? All right, it's time to check on the crust and see if we're ready to put this all together. See you in a second. All right, so I've taken it out of the oven. It's firm, it's browned. So let's go ahead and put our toppings on it. Now I'm using some Prego pizza sauce. I'm gonna use about a 1/2 cup. The reason why I chose the Prego one was it was the one that was least in sodium out of all the other ones I looked on the counter. I thought about making my own, but I said, ain't nobody got no time for that. All right, evenly spread that around. All right, we're gonna use about 2/3 cup of mozzarella. You could use any type of cheese if you like. I've seen people use goat cheese. Never had it, don't think I'd be a fan, but I'm gonna stick with traditional mozzarella cheese. All right, we'll just sprinkle that on. I might not even use that much, actually. So a 1/2 cup would have been just good. And then I have the tomatoes that I cut up, and we'll go ahead and put those on. And this is your traditional, non-traditional margherita pizza. Maybe just a little bit more cheese since we have it. All right, let's go ahead and pop this back in the oven for about 5 minutes or until it's nice and brown on top and the cheese is melted and it's oozy and gooey and ready to eat. All right, let's go. You can tell I'm kind of excited, right? Right? No, you can't tell. You can tell I'm kind of excited, right? All right, let's get it in the oven. All right, guys, we are all done. Just took it out the oven. It looks amazing. Now, all I want to do is garnish it with a little basil, maybe a little bit of crushed red pepper. Let's get to doing that. All right, I have a little basil here that I went and cut up. Let's go ahead and just top that. And then a little bit of crushed red pepper. Be careful, you don't want to put too much, it might get too spicy. Just like a pinch. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and cut this up. All right, let's take a bite. All right, does that look good or what? Can you see that? Yeah? Yeah? You ready for some? Yeah, all right. So this is a cauliflower pizza. So it's not your traditional, pizza dough, but does it pass the fold test? Yep, let's go ahead and dig in. Not bad at all. I mean, it's not regular pizza, but it's really good. Spending that little bit of extra time putting in that fresh Italian parsley and the garlic and all the seasonings into the cauliflower mixture, oh my goodness, it really enhances the flavor profile. I mean, it's not traditional pizza, but this is darn good. I would eat this on a Friday night, on a Saturday night. Matter of fact, I'm gonna eat this right now. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. You know, it really helps me to get this video seen by as many people. Whoa, lost a tomato. But if you want to see more videos like this, you want to see more meal prep videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I post videos probably like 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes there's some workout videos in there as well. Other than that, I need to eat my pizza before it gets cold. Remember to stay focused, stay positive, and keep it moving. Good day, everybody.